Hi, my name is Lloyd Lutaara, and I tell stories through different mediums. I tell stories through film, I tell stories through music, but most importantly, and why I'm here today, is I tell stories through theater and through stage. Up to the present, I have written 3 plays, and 2 of them have been gone through KITF and Terraria Arts Foundation. The first time I attended was 2016, and that will always stand out to me because it was my first year attending the festival, and it completely blew my mind because I didn't know that this kind of, or this level of theater was happening in our country, and that there were so many indigenous and local plays that were being showcased, but also so many plays and theater pieces coming in from other countries as well. And so that year in particular stood out to me, and plays like Kemi Ondo's play, Peter Kagai's play, Tropical Fish as well, our adaptation of Dorian Bayangana's play as well. We come from a very rich oral tradition background as Africans, and that is just, theater is an extension of that in very many ways. So I see it, theater is a way for us to connect with our culture. It's a way for us to connect with our history and to tell our stories. I feel we can tell our own stories in different mediums, but in theater specifically, I find it's very, very interesting. And on top of that, especially for the youth, when people think of theater, they just think about the playwrights and they think about the actors. But to bring a theater piece together, so many people are involved from so many different disciplines. This is theater that can be, for good and ill, be accepted and be attended by a certain kind of Ugandan and a certain class of Ugandan. A lot of people, you can say, yes, there is Bat Valley theater, there are all these other kinds of theater and indigenous theater that happens, but a lot of people, they look down on those things. They're like, I can't attend those things. And so this is an opportunity to showcase that theater is not just for those kinds of people, that there is theater that can appeal to a much wider audience. I feel like the gap that KITF is bridging and filling for a lot of people is that it makes theater accessible to a wider audience. People who normally wouldn't have access or normally think about going to their theater to watch theater performances are attending theater pieces because they're right there in their faces and they are of good quality. And so I feel like that is a big, big gap that KITF is filling. As much as it is called KITF, which is Kampala International Theatre Festival, the one thing I would like is for it to go on the road. So that if productions come in, productions that are both from abroad and are homegrown, that they can go around the country, that they can go around the region. And that is one of the things that I would really want to see, because it is based in Kampala, but there's so many other towns and cities and people across the country who I think would benefit a lot from experiencing theater. 10 years is a big, big, big milestone, and you guys at KITF have been resilient in everything that you have done to get KITF to where it is right now. And so kudos and congratulations, but also I do believe, even though it's 10 years, this still is just the beginning of what KITF and what you guys are doing can do moving forwards. So yeah, congratulations, and I can't wait for the next 10, 20, 30 years.